It's Atsuk.
Hello again, Atsuk.
Hello.
It is a pleasure to connect with you again.
It is indeed.
Thank you very much for coming through. And I'm very excited to hear what you would like to share with us today.
I am very excited. You cannot imagine the excitement here in the hub and in dream time. This we thoroughly enjoy these transmissions, and thank you. Thank you very much for putting it out into the world. It's our group. We are so happy that we know that this information is out there, and it's just a matter of time until our fellow group members who are incarnated currently on the planet are going to find the information, because you have to know we make marketing for this. So that when our group members visit us in dream time in our non-physical hub, in our meeting place, we told them, everyone of our group knows, of course, that there's information about our group out there on the planet now. And so they will be searching for it. And we have no doubts that at least some of them are going to find it. This would be so interesting once they come across this information. So this is one thing that I would like to share and really extend our best wishes and our gratefulness towards you for being of service to us in this way. You and Mona, thank you very much. Also, I would like to offer to use the opportunity to ask more questions, because last time there were questions, but we did not answer them because we wanted to focus on the starseed subject. But today we are open to address your questions. So please feel free to ask, and if possible, we will answer.
Thank you. One of the questions I was asking the last time we connected was if you could share a little bit more about your connection to the human race.
Yes.
In terms of creation of our race, in terms of DNA template.
Yes. I expected that you would probably ask this question, and I invited a group member, a senior researcher in this field, and invited him here today to answer this question, because he knows more about it than most of others of our group. So I would like to pass a word to my friend Ulsk.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, my name is Itzhak. I heard you have a question related to history and the connection of my race and the human race. Please ask your question.
Thank you very much. So I'm interested in galactic history and in your relation to the creation of the human race, of us as Earthlings. Is there anything you could share with us?
Yes. We did not create the human race. Could you please specify your question? Because creation for me sounds like we were part of the original design. Please specify your question and I will answer.
Sure. I was wondering if you are related in any way to the creation of our species, if you were involved with your DNA template, with genetics with our race.
Not with the original race. Not with the original human template. At a later point in time, we were researching the human race, trying to understand this very template, the original template, out of curiosity and for purposes of comparison to our own and to see what we can learn from it. And in this time, we did what you would nowadays on Earth call genetic analysis and things like this, but this was not the only thing. We were just curious, very curious about the human race, about planet Earth as a possible habitat, and we were also trying to understand the human race in terms of behavior, in terms of emotional profile, not just physical profile, but everything that goes with having this vessel that you have, the senses that you have, the preferences that you have, the neurological system that you have. For us it's fascinating because there are some differences, significant differences. And as curiosity is one of our strongest traits with our race, we enjoyed the interaction with humans. I'm not sure if that answers your question. You can think of it maybe as during the time that we visited Earth, though in many regions there was not much technology at all. It was very, very simple in terms of materialistic sciences, spiritual sciences. Yes, they were present, but everything else was very, very basic. So you could imagine us like nowadays there are these research teams who go and visit tribes. So obviously there's a significant difference of development, knowledge, horizon. And this is if you want to picture the time then that we were, or the first explorers of our race went to Earth. This is, it depicts quite well the situation it was.
Thank you. You mentioned that you were studying our emotions, and I wonder how is your race different in terms of emotions? Do you also have emotions, and if so, what differences did you found between your race and ours?
Yes, we do have emotions. The spectrum, or the scale, let's say the scale, it's not quite as extensive as it is with humans. So the endpoints, or let's say the intensity of emotions with humans, can be a lot stronger than it is in our case. But we do display also a large variety of emotions, just not with such a large amplitude. For us, it was very interesting to see the intensity with which humans feel and the consequences connected to it. Very interesting, very interesting. They are such strong creators for this reason, and this fascinated us because one of our qualities is balance. We are harmonious among us. We are very balanced. So we are creators in our own right. We prefer the pleasant being states. And these paired with harmony and balance allow you to create fast. But we realized if we could reach the amplitude, if we had the possibility to intensify our emotions, we could create faster and to a different extent. It would just be a different experience. And we were very curious about this because, well, as mentioned, it's in our nature to like to know and understand and look at things from different angles. So for a long time, because we did not want to really change our DNA, mingle or hybridize or do any kind of this, we were not really interested in this because we could not be sure that we would be harvesting, so to say, the traits that we were interested in and not lose the ones we wanted to keep. So for a long time we were simply fascinated, and it was like an intellectual project to think how basically how it would be like to be human. And as you know now, and this is very exciting for us as a race, we have the opportunity to experience this from within, from a real human body. You understand what I mean? Our star seeds do this right now.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So for us, it's a wonderful opportunity, not just that we hope to, well, contribute with our very personal profile that we bring in. But for us, it's also a dream of generations coming true to have the opportunity to experience this powerful vessel of creation from within and being monitored by our own kind. We're so excited about this project.
So now that you are experiencing the human being from within, do you have anything to share with us? Any kind of advice or information on how to work with our emotions?
Well, one thing is appreciation for emotions, to acknowledge that they are there and that they are wonderful and that they serve a purpose. And of course, they are pleasant ones and very unpleasant ones. One thing that would be very important for humans to embrace is that they really can choose how they feel by becoming lucid about what they pay attention to. Because anything that you feed into your vessel in terms of information, in terms of environment, anything, is feeding into emotional streams in states of being. So expose yourself to how you want to feel and observe yourself. Get to know yourself. What makes you feel joyful, or whatever state of being you want to be in. Usually it's things like happiness, joyfulness, peacefulness. It is in the reach of people, and it's really just a question of training yourself to become aware of your state of being. That we notice with many humans is there's a lack of awareness, and then an active choice to engage in the positive things that make you feel happy, joyful, positive. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it's really that simple. And we see that there's so much suffering because there's a lack of education of this. It's quite sad to see that these powerful beings are being taught in just all the wrong directions, which causes them to suffer instead of joyfully creating. Many of them are creating miserable things for themselves and for everyone else. So embrace your power, focus on things you enjoy, and really get to know yourself and understand what it is that you enjoy, because then you can align with yourself, your purpose, and just embrace your personal purpose of who you are, to express yourself fully.
So from your perspective, what is the purpose of this system of the emotions?
It can be used as a guidance system. Surely, purpose is a strong word. You can use emotions for many things, and people use it for many things. From the perspective of living a fulfilled life, if you are a person that would like to experience high vibrational states, it's just to follow what you consider is the state of being that you want to be in. It's a guidance system. It's like if you, in the morning, if you're used to a warm shower, you switch on the water, you test the temperature, and when the temperature is right, you jump under the shower. If you're someone, if it's too hot, you're not going to jump under, are you?
No.
If it's freezing cold, you're not going to jump under the water, but many humans do exactly that. And that's these strange teachings that are in people's heads, that suffering is a good thing. And suffering is part of life. And it's, for us, we understand where it comes from, we really do. But we can see that this is really something that needs to be overcome. And of course it is overcome by people, but not yet by the majority of people, not yet by the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Planet population. So
yes, it is true. These belief systems are deeply rooted in our society, in our race. People, unfortunately, even in the, so to say, spiritual fields, think they need to suffer in order to expand or grow.
Yes, suffer or save others.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that we perceive. In our, if you don't enjoy it, no matter what it is, you're just not reaching a very high frequency. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
It's really very simple. But yeah, not easy to integrate.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yes, there's a lot to learn and discover and experience for the human race in this aspect. We do have a little bit of an advantage here. Our group that is incarnating, just like most starseeds, or many, let's say many, have an advantage because of their the experience that they carry and the connections which they have, which help to connect to this knowledge faster. And in this way transform this indoctrination faster. That's one of the reasons, or one of the effects that we will have on humanity, hopefully, when starseeds overcome the programming of human society, and that makes it easier for everyone else to overcome it. Step by step, more and more people will.
How can the star seeds accelerate this process? Do you have any advice for them?
I can only speak for, or I want to speak only for the star seeds of my group, because this is where we have experience and could observe them.
Mm-hmm.
They are very intuitive, and this intuition, they can access states of mind in which they are especially connected, especially when they are in nature. It's something that's very, very positive for them, and for reconnecting and downloading information that's relevant for them. And we can only encourage them to acknowledge this and to create life circumstances which allow them to be in nature a lot, as much as possible. Because this is ultimately helping them to connect to themselves, to us, to their purpose, to be in that balanced and harmonious state that is a characteristic of our group, and which will help them greatly to then enter really any type of state that they want, and from there create. Which is exactly why we came here.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
May I ask a relevant question?
Please.
I wonder if you have wars in your on your planet. Wars with within your race or with other races.
Like humans do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our people are we're not bellicistic in nature, but we do like boundaries, and there were times that the harmony that we enjoy and which we need to prosper was unbalanced, and it happened over and over again that there's a disbalance in a community, for example, and this is addressed. Everyone can feel it, everyone can sense it. It's like if you need to take out the garbage. It's just something needs to be changed. And many times what happens is that we split, our groups split, or we form delegations, or new groups are forming. We inhabit different planets. And we have populations in a variety of star systems, but we are very connected. So if a change is happening in one population, it does not go unnoticed by another population. And sometimes it's as such that small group from planet A merges with a small group from planet B because they are reaching, because they have the same frequency, they resonate. And our species has this habit of finding a match of frequency, not to force to live together because for whatever historical reasons you are now sharing the same space. If you are no longer a frequency match, there will be translocation basically, and everyone welcomes it because then everyone can be harmonious again. And we say bye-bye with very positive sensations. We are happy because for us it means there's development, there's change, something new happened. And we are always then also curious to visit our brothers and sisters to see what they are experiencing. What was the difference that caused this necessity to move? We love this. I think it's very interesting. This is how we strive to maintain balance and harmony, not by controlling in the way that controlling is not the right word, not by dominating. This is, as I understand the wars on the planet here, it's about dominance, about control in a negative sense.
Yes, it's more like power over others in a way.
Yes, it's a fear-based. It's just fear-based, and our system is not fear-based at all. It's addressing unique qualities and the need and desire for balance of all of our fellow members of our species. It works very well for us.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
So I think that's it from us today. I would like to thank you very, very much for coming through and sharing all this information with us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. It's really exciting for us. It really is. It makes our project even more interesting to have this information out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.